Hi everybody, my name is Caden.
I'm Jaden.
I'm Nicole.
I'm Eli.
And I'm Jason.
And we're the Yahoo in the Torah YouTube channel.
We are so glad you can join us today and learning the Torah with us.
And Eli has nothing to say. We just did radio silence. We were trying to get our stick going, but we were unable to. So Eli, how are you, buddy?
Good.
Would you lean forward, everybody? I will lean back. You all lean forward.
As always, we are running the Torah series. We're finding the commands. We're basically writing our own list of commands. We're basically being good stewards of the Torah and finding out what we should be following, what we can still keep today, and what is important to us, what we should be following, as our Messiah has said, if you love me, keep my commands. And that's what we're doing. We're keeping them, we're writing them on our hearts, we're studying them, and we're sharing them with you guys. So we appreciate you guys as a family sharing this with us as we are all learning this together.
Yeah. Eli, how you doing, buddy?
Good.
What's going on?
We're going over the Torah.
Going over the Torah, a little quiet over there. Nicole, how you doing?
Good.
Jade?
I'm doing good.
Yeah, everyone good? To my left is Caden, to my straight ahead is Jaden, to the diagonal is Nicole, and to my right is Eli. And this is our Yah radio show, and this is AM 77.7, and this is the Boss Man, and you're sitting in with me, and I hope you guys have a wonderful day. Now let's get to it. Anyone have anything good? Anything else?
Today's preparation day.
Today's preparation day.
The day we prepare for the Shabbat. Today, you should do all your cooking. And if you've never done Shabbat before, today's a great day to get all your cooking done, all your work done, so you can rest tomorrow and do the best you can at following the commands.
Yes, preparation day. Speaking of that, how did your guys' lesson go yesterday?
I think it went pretty well.
It felt pretty good.
It was pretty good?
Yeah, pretty good.
I listened to it a little bit. It sounded like you're kind of screaming through the rain.
Yeah.
I don't know if we're being too loud or not in the rain when it's pouring down, so it's a little bit of a...
At least you can hear us.
Can you hear us?
Yeah,
kinda
well,
thing.
it's probably more like leaning in closer.
No, we were really
We
close.
were really close.
Really
I
close.
was literally right next to the tablet.
It just kept raining harder and harder and harder. So I'm glad you guys made it through that, and hopefully the people are blessed. Hopefully you guys are getting through it. You guys did Proverbs yesterday?
15 weeks.
And that's a chapter you guys have almost written. Have you guys written this?
Yeah.
I think at some point you guys
We've written
may
it a
have
few
written.
times.
You have written this, and what is the basis of this?
Causing strife and not fighting amongst people. Say nice things.
And saying nice things, right? And so we don't tremendously have a big boatload of sins, but we do absolutely sin, and a lot of that is we're quick to wrath, we're slow to listen, and we are very fast to speak. And so those are bad qualities sometimes, especially as aggressive and crazy as it gets around here. I don't know if it gets crazier than other houses do, but we have a lot of, it's life or death stuff that is going on every single day, and literally we could end up dead. So if somebody doesn't listen to the dogs, or we don't catch a fight or something of the sort, that could just basically turn into a tremendously bad day for all of us. So as a preparation day, Eli, what is your jobs? What are you going to be doing today?
Probably clean up cow houses, cutting grass for the cows, maybe cooking meals, cleaning things.
Nicole, what do you got planned on the list for everybody?
Lots of busy work.
Lots of busy work. What are you making for everybody?
Muffins. Refrigerated overnight oats.
What are refrigerated overnight oats? What is that exactly?
I put chia seeds,
Uh-huh.
oats,
Uh-huh.
milk,
Go on.
and like a dried fruit with a little bit of sweetener.
And no sweetener for me, of course. But and so what do? You put that in a little jar and you stick it in the fridge?
Put it in a jar, mix it around, stick it in the fridge overnight, and it thickens up kind of like a little pudding.
It's pretty good.
And it's an overnight oats.
All right, what else you got? What else you got going for these guys?
Muffins.
Muffins. That's going to keep everyone alive. Everyone loves the muffins here. Anyone? Can I get 3 cheers for muffins?
Yeah!
All right, I knew it. Yeah, they love the muffins. That's an easy meal for Shabbat. You can definitely create the muffins today and pop those in, and they're all ready to rock and roll. Not the healthiest thing in the world, but they'll probably do well. Anything else?
Salsa, green salad.
That's what you're making today?
Yes.
Salsa and green salad.
And then chicken salad for sandwiches.
Yep. And there's probably a reason that I am heavy, because my wife is a tremendously good cook, and she's been a very good cook for a very long time. And I've been with this woman for 25 years. And so she cooked one way for me for many, many years, and then all of a sudden it destroyed me, because I am a glutton for sugar and a glutton for all this stuff. And so my diet is different than all these other guys. What do you have planned for me?
You get your chia cereal. And almond saltine crackers.
Almond flour is what has kept me alive. Thank the Father for these kind of foods. All right. Anything else? Anyone else have anything out there?
No, it's basically a preparation day. Don't work. Get everything that needs to be done today, so that you don't have to work tomorrow.
Yeah, sunset to sunset is when the time with our Creator begins, and it is His time. It is His day. It has been set before creation was ever built. There was a Shabbat, and so I guess the Shamayim and all the angels and everybody have been observing this since the beginning of time. Who works on the Shabbat?
The priests.
The priests work. Who else works on the Shabbat?
Pagans.
Pagans, besides the
The
pagans.
messengers, I assume.
Messengers, probably. Who else works?
Yahuwah?
Yah works. How do we know he works?
Because he's like
Who else works?
Yehoshua?
Yahushua worked. How do we know that Yah worked?
Well, he rests on the seventh day.
Because Yahushua told us. He says, my Father works as well. He's like, he actually told the Pharisees when he was doing this that, not the other thing. Hey, real quickly before we get in here, I thought of this the other day and I wanted to ask you guys. And you can only answer one character of the Bible when you do it, and it cannot be the same character. So I want to ask this to you, and I know the answer that you guys will give, the very first person who can answer this. But I want everybody to say we have 30 days. You have 30 days, and you have to be a warrior. You have 30 days to be trained by anybody in the Bible, anybody at all, and you only have 30 days. Who in the Bible would you like to be trained by? Okay, you guys can only have one guy. So if you want me to break it down right now, I'll just say everybody.
I know who you're gonna go.
Who is?
Is it Judah?
No.
I go Esau.
Really?
Yeah, I mean, he's not a holy dude, but he was a war dude. He was a man of war.
So you'd be trained by Esau. All right, go ahead, Jade.
I have like three. It's either David, Samson, or Judah.
Those are my three as well.
David is who I would say. David is who I would choose to train me. If I had 30 days and I needed a swordsman and I need somebody with an arrows and things, I would definitely have David. Probably David. He's the man of war, right? He's literally the man of war. He lived his entire life warring. Eli, who do you have?
Probably Judah.
Judah?
Yes, man of war.
I think Joshua.
Joshua.
Yeah, Joshua would have been good. Possibly even Moshe. I mean, Moses, he took over a whole bunch of stuff. I mean, he would know how to do certain things like that. But yeah, so Nicole, anyone?
I was thinking Naphtali because he could sneak up on the people
Because he's real fast?
Because he was fast.
Super fast. So Nicole wants to get in and out and beat him up. And okay, so that's it. I just thought that was interesting. All right, guys, let's get into this lesson today. And I will break out my handy dandy split screen as we continue with no dead air. And
Looking over at me.
you're looking over you. Yeah, I'm looking at my wingman there to see if I can get anyone who has anything. All right, so we are in Leviticus 24. The NIV says olive oil and bread set before the Lord, that's the wrong.
Before Yahuwah.
Yeah, it should be Yahuwah. The lowercase Lord right there means actually Baal. So it needs to be in verse 1. It does have the right thing, but how they did it at the top is incorrect. All right. Now this is I read this a little bit today, and we need to be steadfast in finding the commands that are for us in our time that we can do, right? And I know that one of the commands that we have is burn the witches. And if we went and decided to go on that endeavor right now, we'd all end up in prison. There's too many. Number one, there's too many witches. There's way too many witches. I mean, you'd have to burn off half of Babylon right now to kill the witches, and that just wouldn't be something we could do. But we did add that law in there because it is a way that we're supposed to be holy, right? You're supposed to look down on the witches, right, and look up on those necromancers and all those people like that. So this is one of these that we'll get into. All right, 24. And Yahuwah spoken to Moshe, saying, command the children of Yisrael that they bring unto you pure olive oil beaten for the light, to cause the lamps to burn continually. Without the veil of the testimony, in the tabernacle of the assembly shall Aaron order it from the evening until the morning before Yahuwah continually. It shall be a statute forever in your generations.
Okay, mine doesn't say without. Mine says outside of the veil.
Right, and so that is one of those translation things. The King also says without the veil, but it means not in the veil, right?
Yeah, outside of the veil.
And so outside of it, what does it say to do here?
That he is to basically.
Is this 24? Is this 24/7?
He says it is to burn it continually.
Yeah, so there is.
I would think there would be several people sitting there running the lamps, running the lights, always going on.
Yeah,
so.
that's one of the jobs of somebody in that. And I mean, can you imagine being a youth and being selected to do the lights or to do the oil and stuff like that? I mean, it would be crazy. And you know that the big priests probably all started off like, you're going to cling the blood of the altar. Somebody's got to cling the blood of the altar. And it was like, no.
Work your way to the top.
Yeah, work your way to the very top. And those guys would have been sanctified in that. So, all right. He shall order the lamps upon the pure menorah before Yahuwah continually. And you shall take fine flour and bake 12 cakes thereof. 2/10 deals shall be in one cake. Okay, we got 12 cakes. Why do we have 12 cakes?
One for each tribe.
Yeah, absolutely. Yep. And you shall set them in 2 rows, 6 on a row, upon the pure tablet before Yahuwah. Table, not tablet, table, before Yahuwah. And you shall put pure frankincense upon each row, that it may be on the bread for a memorial, even an offering made by fire unto Yahuwah. So is this every single day? Is this what do we have? How often are we taking this bread and
It's
sticking it
said
there?
before Yahuwah continually.
So I would imagine it's fresh bread. I don't think we would
Sit out too long in a mold.
let it mold on Yah's table or anything of the sort. That would just be
Well, it says for
disrespectful.
it says for 6 days.
6 days. Okay.
Oh no, my bad. It says you should put them 2 in a row for 6 days at a clean table.
Right.
6 rows.
Two rows, right? There's 2 rows of 6 each, right? Is that what we're saying? All right.
And then down below we get some days and things.
All right. And you shall put pure frankincense upon each row, that it may be on the bread for memorial. I think I read that. Yep. I like to read things again. Even an offering made by fire unto Yahuwah. Every Shabbat he shall set it in order before Yahuwah continually, being taken from the children of Yashrael by an everlasting covenant. And it shall be Aaron's and his sons, and they shall eat it in the holy place, for it is most holy unto him of the offerings of Yahuwah made by fire by a perpetual state. All right, so there's David's bread right there. That is the bread David and his men ate. So they ended up with 12 loaves of bread, and it probably had some frankincense on it. So hopefully that frankincense tastes all right. But I guess it did because these guys ate it. So I don't know. Maybe we need to stick some frankincense essential oils on some food or something, Nicole.
A whole bunch.
Yeah. Kids, try it first. You can try a drop on each kid's tongue.
Should we be eating this if it's like meant for the Levites?
Frankincense, we're not putting it on bread. We're not replicating it, but you guys could definitely have a drop on your tongue and see what it does to you. That'd be a lot of fun. Especially if it's bitter. Okay, yeah, I'm just kidding. All right, and the son of Yashrael. Okay, so we're into something else, right? And this is called the blasphemer put to death. Now, this is where we got to dial these commands in. And there's a lot of blasphemers against Yah. Like, they will continually swear it up in movies. Like, I mean, it's just that they use his name as a swear word. Okay, and the son of Yashraelith woman, whose father was a Mitzri, went out among the children of Yashrael. And this son of the Yashraelith woman and a man of Yashrael strove together in the camp. And the Yashraelith woman's son blasphemed the name of Yahuwah and cursed. And they brought him unto Moshe. And his mother's name was Shelomith, and the daughter of Divri of the tribe of Dan. Okay, so what does your guys say? Just say cursed?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So does it say, is that swearing? Or are we cursing Yah?
I think cursed, yeah.
Okay, I think that's probably right. Is there a command not to curse?
Down later there is.
Like to swear?
It said don't swear by the name of Yahuwah falsely.
I don't
So
think
what
like
happens if you
swear words.
what happens if you break out?
I mean,
If we break out, I'm going to hell already. I'll
it's-
just tell you that.
It's not a holy thing. It's
I'm airing my dirty laundry. There's dog fights here, and if people put us on a pedestal and think that we're like some sort of holy rollers or something of the sort, we live a very extreme lifestyle, and so there's a tremendous amount of repentance here. So,
I mean, it's probably not a holy thing to do, but I don't think there's a command against saying that.
well, I guess Caden's set then. All right. And they put him in. Cade just went under the bus. All right. And they put him in ward, what the mind of Yahuwah might be showed them. And Yahuwah spoke unto Moshe, saying, Cade, you still over there shaking your head? It's okay. Cade said some bad words as a child, so we had to stop him from saying that. So it's been a work in progress. We're just completely airing out our dirty laundry today. So here it is. Bring forth him that has cursed without the camp, and let all that heard him lay their hands upon his head, and let the assembly stone him. All right, so do you think this dude who's about to get killed is going to allow people to go put their hands on this guy's
I don't
head?
know. If you curse Yahuwah, he's going to a long length here to do evil things, so probably not.
Yeah, no, this dude is going to fight these guys all the way to the end. So this guy is going to have to be held down all the way to his death, right?
That's why they're laying hands on him.
Well, but they said it's interesting. Like everybody, so why is everybody going out and putting their hands on this guy's head?
I don't know, hold him down maybe? I don't know. How do you stone someone if you're holding
You're
their head?
not holding down the head isn't going to hold this guy down. I mean, his body's going to stand up. They would have physically had to either tie this guy up, or they would have had to pin him down like a dog fight or something of the sort. Pin him to the ground, and you got to get out of the way, right? I mean, if you have hands on this guy's head, all of a sudden, if you're going to start chucking rocks, somebody's going to get hit with a rock. So this is a very interesting story that we have here. So anyway, they're supposed to lay hands on their head, and the assembly stone him. And when ye shall speak unto the children of Yashrael, saying, whoever curses his Elohim shall bear his sin. Okay? And he that blasphemes the name of Yahuwah, he shall surely be put to death, and all the assembly shall certainly stone him, as well as the stranger, as he that is born in the land, when he blasphemes the name of Yahuwah, shall be put to death. Okay, do we have a command?
Yeah.
I mean, this is a command, but
It's like don't bring his name to naught almost.
Don't bring his name to naught. And I mean, in the land, I mean, in the future, the kingdom to come, I mean, if somebody just sneaks over the wall or something, or sneaks up the mountainside and he's like sitting there swearing it up, that would be what we would do, is we would pick up rocks and chuck them at him. And but this leads us to, is this a command that we need to add into our Torah stuff?
I would say,
Every like literally, you would go wipe out all of Hollywood. Hollywood, California should be blown off the map. Like there should be nothing left of it, except jackals or something. It's just a horrible, horrible place. And you don't end up with movies without people taking our creator's name to naught, and they take the son's name. I mean, they use the son's name as an explorative. It's really bad. It's really terrible. So, I'm back to this. Is this a command?
Yeah.
it should be a command, but we can't do anything about it right now.
We can't kill people for sure.
But we have burn the witches in the commands.
So I'd say, yeah, put this in there.
Put in there under the sub-command of don't bring his name to naught.
In parentheses, may bring you a felony. Put it in parentheses. you may end up in jail by
Several
doing
life
this.
sentences.
Okay, so yes or no? Are we adding this?
I would say, yeah.
Okay, so
Under
Don't bring his name to naught.
yeah, probably don't bring his name to naught. I mean, it'd basically be a new command. Whoever curses Elohim shall bear his sin. And that sin is hands-on and rocks to the skull. Probably not rocks to the skull if your hands are on it, man. It's going to be an odd thing, right? They probably have to tie this dude up, chuck the rocks at him. Nicole, are you adding this somewhere?
Yeah, I'm trying to find.
All right, so this is a command.
So are we doing a new one too, as well?
So
just
if somebody
under-
so I mean, I this is a big deal. I mean, this is a big deal. This guy got hands on and he got rocks. I mean, he killed this guy. Yeah, I would say it's a new command. Don't curse Elohim.
And I don't think this was a little kid either. This was I think a full-grown
it's
man who
obviously a
obviously knew what
full-grown
he
man.
was doing. It wasn't like just a kid that said something out of like ignorance or something. It was like a kid
That's
that-
crazy that his dad was a Mitzri, and he was Yashraeli, right? So this is like one of these things that the mixed tribes are obviously a problem. So Nicole, are you in this one?
So, Commandment 20, it says, "Do not bring Yah's name to naught." We have
And that wouldn't be cursing him.
You shall not take the name of Yahuwah in vain. And then we have, and ye shall not swear by my name falsely.
Yeah, I think this is a whole new thing. I think this is the next command, and I guess we need to preface this. You may end up in jail if you attempt this. I mean, I'd put that under the witch as well. If you want to decide you're going to start burning the witches, these are commands that we need to know and understand, but we can't execute the judgment. We can't execute righteous judgment without Yah's hand and his protection, with his kingdom. We need his kingdom to come. Okay, so you're adding that in there, Nicole?
Yeah.
Okay, 17. And he that kills any man shall surely be put to death. All right, well, here we are again. Here we go. Because this is not what happens in today's society. You kill a person and you end up with 5 years of prison sentence and you get out and it's like nothing ever happened, right? And I'm sure there's guilt. I'm sure you feel bad about killing somebody. But this is what Yah says. A life for a life, an eye for an eye, a tooth for a tooth. Is this a command? If we added the last one, how would we not add this one?
Right.
It should be there. It should be.
Don't kill a man. If you kill a man, you die. We already have do not kill, right?
Yep.
So maybe this is under do not kill. So this would be, so Leviticus 24:17 would be under what should happen if you murder somebody is absolutely what should happen to you. You can't just take an innocent life. You can't do that kind of stuff, and it's not just okay. It's Yah's creature.
So am I adding a new one or just put under do not kill?
That one I'd say would do not kill.
Okay.
And that would be the judgments if you ended up with that. Okay, let's go to 18. And he that kills a beast shall make it good. Beast for beast. All right, what does that mean, boys?
If you kill your neighbor's ox, or whatever, you need to repay him another ox.
Yep. And what happens if it's accidental?
Still gotta repay it. Still, you did it. You just gotta pay it back.
Yep. So do you have that one, Nicole?
That's a new one?
That's a new one.
Okay.
And so I guess what would the command be? Replace what you kill? Replace what you I think that's it.
Yeah.
Replace the animal you kill is a command. So there's that one. Next. And if a man cause a blemish in his neighbor, as he has done, so shall it be done to him. So, I mean, that's like you crack a dude over the skull or something, you split his wig, and
Your wig split open.
yeah, you mean if that's what the case is, and I mean it's interesting because remember the story of Abraham's servant that went into Sodom, right? And they the dude chucked a rock at him, and he was sitting there bleeding, and he picked up a rock and chucked it at the judge and nailed the judge, and he was able to get out.
That's such a funny story.
It
I
is
don't
a
know
hilarious
why.
story. Yeah, I don't know. Anyone have any more for that story?
Yeah, it was just like the Sodomites there were like, well, we hit you across the head, all the evil blood out of your head. And he's like, I'm bleeding here, man. What's
Oh yeah,
going
they
on?
were trying to tax him for clocking
so-
him over the head
So they basically like sued him, like drug him off to the court.
because we saved you.
And he's like, this guy won't pay me this X amount I'm charging him for it. And he's like, I have to pay him for hitting me across the head. You just charged someone in this place when you hit someone in the head. He goes, yeah. So he picks up the rock, he's like, hits the judge right across the head and bleeds. All right, pay him what I owe him. Bye, and walked off. And I'm sure Abraham's like, wow, why you have a huge gash in your skull,
Yeah, your
man.
skull is gashed in.
It's
All
been a long day, Abraham.
Yeah. All right. So you got that one, Nicole?
Not yet.
All right. So that's the next command is that. And what would be the command, folks?
If you hurt someone, you're gonna get hurt.
Yeah.
Something of that degree.
What if it's accidental, though? What if you're like...
It talks about accidental, where it's like if you actually hit, like your axe head flies off and it kills the
It
dude.
still says if you cause a blemish to... Yeah, if your axe head fell off and you cracked your nose or head or something, that means that should be done to you. Is that how it is?
I don't feel
Where's the forgiveness at?
I think I don't feel like it's intentional. If it's not intentional, I don't think he would be
I
sitting
think
there saying
this is all about intentional stuff,
Yeah,
right?
you're sitting there. You're
Waiting
sitting,
the bushes
You're sitting
and-
there like I'm gonna go beat this dude up, and you cut him open. I mean, you're
Jump out of the bushes with a stick and crack him, and that should be done to you, right? Okay,
Yeah.
so that's a new thing. So
So what is the title of it?
title of the command, gentlemen.
blemish for blemish.
Blemish for
That
blemish.
kind of goes on as it goes down.
Yeah, blemish for blemish. Let's read on in 20. Breach for breach, eye for eye, tooth for tooth. And he has caused a blemish in a man, so shall it be done to him again. And again, the teeth of one thing. Remember the teeth, if you knock the tooth out of your slave,
yeah.
they go free. Like if you're some crazy
Slave driver. or
slave
something,
driver,
like,
like knock
punch him
their
in the
teeth
mouth,
out.
and he like loses his tooth.
It just sounds crazy beating up slaves and beating up people like this.
Who
Just
does that? Why?
I don't know, man. Really aggressive slave masters or something. I don't know. I would think the people would work for honey versus beatings. Okay, so that would go under that, Nicole. Repay injury for injury is what it would be. And 19 and 20 would be there. 21. And he that kills a beast, he shall restore it. And he that kills a man, he shall be put to death. So that's just reiterating those last two. We need to put that under the beast one.
And do not kill.
And do not kill.
Okay.
All right, we good? All right, 22. Ye shall have one manner of law, as well for the stranger, as for one of your own country, for I am Yahuwah Elohim. And Moshe spoke to the children of Yashrael that they should bring forth him that had cursed out of the camp and stone him with stones. And the children of Yashrael did as Yahuwah commanded Moshe. Now, is this the second guy? Or is this the same dude?
The same
The same
guy.
guy.
Oh,
Same
cursed. Yeah, cursed. They brought him who
The
cursed.
same guy. He's gave him the laws. He's like, this is what you'll do if this happens, and now we'll go do it.
Yeah, it's interesting. Excuse me. They laid their hands on this guy's head. I find that interesting because they do that before they kill the rams, right?
Well, this dude wasn't like sanctified. This wasn't a sanctifying thing.
No, this wasn't a sanctified
It's
thing,
like
but
a
I think
stop
it's
moving thing.
I think it's that everybody's in agreement that this is what they do, and you know if you it's here's the gig. If you're going to stone somebody, the guy picking up the first rock is, you know, people will follow suit, but actually like picking up the rock and doing the do, it's very interesting. So I guess by putting your hand upon this guy's head, everybody's committed to, you know, whatever you're doing, don't blaspheme, don't curse Yah, whatever you do. You know, the creator of the cosmos is amazing, and we shouldn't be messing around with it. All right, gentlemen, that's about it.
Verse 22, that should go under one command for the stranger, one law for the stranger.
Oh
one for
yeah,
the
yes. Thank you, Jobs. Very nice. Okay, good. All right, and so as we air our dirty laundry with you guys, we do this stuff so that you guys understand that it doesn't matter what walk of life you guys come from. It doesn't matter where you guys come from. We come out of Babylon, right? We were not always awake. We were not always in the Torah. In fact, my kids still have Tupac songs that from back. They don't have them now, but when they were 3 and 4 and 5 years old, I was jamming to very worldly, very evil stuff that they grew up. It wasn't until they were probably, 10-ish, that we actually got into the Torah. So before that, I was just a thug. And you know, they thank Yah that he had somebody come and awaken us, and that whole setup came down. But we still carry issues. I mean, we're straight out of Mystery Babylon. And, you know, Nicole and I grew up in Mystery Babylon, and you know, unfortunately, we could not be protected like we are able to protect our kids from all that great evil out there. But we are humans, and we make mistakes. We do, you know, a lot of bad things, and we, you know, the best thing about Yah is that he gives us a sunset, and we can wash and be clean. And then we have the next day, and we can strive to be better, and we have to be holy. We have to get better. We have, you know, we don't like it when we break out or dogs break out and I end up swearing or doing something horrible. It's not doing something horrible, but I mean, it's just, it's a righteous situation in a very bad way. And so, you know, it is, you know, we live and die the same way you guys do. And so for those out there who are just getting into this, and well, I've heard from a lot of people are like, oh, you know, Yah will never forgive our sins. I've done too much bad stuff. You know, there's example after example after example of people in the scriptures that they have been very wicked people, and they've either come out of it or they've changed their ways or they learn, right? And we all come from being Gentiles. We all come eating unclean foods, and you know, most of us haven't been protected like that. So our Creator, you know, if you're sitting here listening to this, you've been blessed. You've been called out. And our Creator is calling for you. And what I will tell you is those who are blind to the world that is going on around them are the people that our Creator has blinded. He's hardened their hearts. And, you know, you could tell people that the earth is flat and the foundations of the earth and all this stuff, and they'll look at you and they'll just say you're crazy, right? And our Creator blinds those who are not ready for the truth, and your heart has to be ready for all of this stuff. And when your heart is ready for it, then you'll be opened up and you won't be tricked, right? And that's the bottom line. So it's a preparation day. We're going to get going. We got a lot of stuff to do, and I hope you guys are preparing for today. I hope you guys are blessed. Huge love to everybody out there in the digital family. The Grand, Carla, Clarissa, Ancient Rip, Path Remnant. Who else?
Allie.
Huh?
Allie and Panada.
Allie and Panada. Come on. Shayla.
Fearmonger.
Emissary of Elohim, Fearmonger. What's Fearmonger's wife's name? Deborah. Mason. Who else? Come on,
Creole
guys.
family.
The Creole family, yes. Everybody out there in the Creole family.
We have Sylvia.
Sylvia.
We have Ori Pup. Shout out
Seo Raced.
Seo Raced and her husband, the truck driver. And there's a truck driver out there that downloads this stuff. And
Some old guy, I think.
yeah, some old guy was the name. And so we're not being mean. That's his nickname on there.
I thought you were saying some old guy. Like, wow.
No. And so we love you all. Huge loves out there for you. If you guys have any prayer requests you guys need, please get them and give us a target on what needs to be prayed for so that we can direct our prayers. And we will see you guys on Shabbat. Much love, everybody.
All right. Shabbat shalom. Shabbat shalom.
Shabbat.